Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Panther Field for tonight's Jayhawk Collegiate League showdown between your Derby Twins and the Wichita Diamond Kings. This is Jeff Wells, Mike's side tonight. We'll hope to take you through this one and have a little fun and enjoy the ball game. We got our video up there. You can see it. We just had a first pitch, and we're just getting ready for the national anthem, which will come by about any time. And I'm going to wait until the national anthem is over to give you the starting lineups.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask that you please rise and remove your caps as we honor America, along with those men and women serving our nation. The national anthem is sponsored by ICT Insurance Group. ICT Insurance doesn't believe in a one-size-fits-all approach to insurance. They'll help find coverage that fits your needs. Contact ICT Insurance at www.ictinsurance.com or call them at 316-440-6111.
Okay, we're back. National anthem. The Twins are getting ready to take the field tonight. Beautiful night for baseball. It's been pretty hot here, and we had a front come through without any rain. It kind of cooled us off a little bit overnight, and only going to be in the mid-80s today. And wind blowing straight out to left field, not very strong, no, probably 10 or 15 miles an hour. So it might give a fly ball a little bit of aid, but you'll have to hit it well. So we'll start with the lineups tonight, starting first with the visiting Diamond Kings of Wichita. They'll lead off the shortstop, number 5, Jackson Ellison, batting second. The designated hitter, Austin Slinky, batting third. The first baseman, Landon Haynes, batting fourth. The catcher, Austin Water, batting fifth. The right fielder, Gunnar Hewitt, batting sixth. The third baseman, Brady Boomsma, batting, that would be sixth, or batting seventh. Kent Smith at second base, batting eighth. Mason Sherry in center field, and batting ninth, Luke Stuckey in left field. The starting pitcher tonight is probably the number one guy for them, for the Diamond Kings. His name is Shane Holman. He's got a relation that used to pitch in the big leagues, Brian Holman, who came within, an out or two of a perfect game against the New York Yankees when he was pitching for Seattle. That was back in, I believe that was probably in the late 80s, early 90s. I'm just guessing. That's a wild stab, but we're glad to be here and bring you this game, and I'll be bringing you more and more of these games as we go on through the rest of the summer. Started the second half 2 nights ago against Newton, and we've beat them 2 nights ago and then begin last night. So we're 2-0 early. It kind of reminds me of how we started. We are playing better than we have been, but we got these 2 games we need to have, and they'll give us everything they want that we can take, and we're just going to have to play well and go. We've had a couple of casualties in the lineup here for the Twins. McConney and Navarro strained his hamstring when he was running and sliding into third base 2 nights ago. He may be out for the summer. We think he probably is, because those hamstrings do take quite a while to heal, and that was a moderate sprain is what our doctors tell us. And then we'll get to him just a little bit later. Stepping in, leading off, will be Jackson Ellison, the shortstop, number 5. Pitching tonight for the Twins, the battery will be, let's see, Tanner Nelson is pitching, and Richard Gutierrez is catching. The first pitch goes in there for a strike, was it? I didn't. Here's a stretch from the belt. Nelson's next pitch, swing and a miss. And the count goes to 0-2. We'll go defensively around the horn for the Twins. At third base is Caden Richards. The shortstop tonight is Kyler Warren. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss on 3 pitches. That's economy pitching, and that's the first strikeout and first out of the game. Let's bring up the designated hitter, Austin Slinky, wearing number 1, right-handed hitter. Going around the infield, like I said, Richards at third, Warren at short. Second baseman is Bryce Hampton. At first is Nolan Ganner. Here's the first pitch, inside ball 1. Your left fielder tonight is Tyler Otts. Your center fielder looks to be Braden Lucart. And in right field, it is Nolan Herchuk. And I said earlier, Richard Gutierrez is catching and Tanner Nelson is pitching. Here's a pitch in there for a strike, and it's 1-1. Not a cloud in the sky, really. Well, there's a little puffy one here, but the Vultures are looking off the center field lights and on the football field, so we're about ready to go here anyway. There's a ground ball foul down the third base line, and quickly goes to 1-2. Tanner Nelson looks in for the sign. He's got it. He's into the stretch. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. A little bit low. Ball 2. 2-2. And the second strikeout in a row for Nelson, and 2 down. We'll bring up
First baseman, number 12, Landon Haynes.
Landon Haynes. Haynes is playing first base tonight, right-handed hitter. Close to home plate, right on top of the plate. First pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1. Again, I mentioned the Twins have started playing a little bit better together and maybe starting to gel a little bit, but the test remains here next week. There's a pitch that's down for a ball. We beat Newton twice and these same Diamond Kings twice the first round. Then we dumped 4 straight to the Cannons and Hutchinson, which is 2 pretty good ball clubs. We think we're as good as they are, but we're going to have to gel and play well to beat them if we want to go where we want to be in the second half of the season. 1-2 on Water. Down low, and the count evens at 2-2. Twins have the Diamond Kings tonight and tomorrow night, or excuse me, not tonight and tomorrow night. Tomorrow night we go down the road to Wellington, Kansas for a non-league game against the Wellington Heat, about 20 miles down the road from here. Inside, counts full at 3-2. Then we come back here on Saturday night for the second game, where as you would, it would be the 4th game. This is actually the 3rd game of a 4-game series, and it'll be the 4th game on Saturday night. Here's the pitch. Ground ball nub toward third. Up with it is Richards. Throw over to first, and that's all for the Diamond Kings in the first. Nothing doing. 2 strikeouts and a ground out, and that's all for the Diamond Kings. We go to the bottom of the first inning with the Twins coming up. Be right back.
safety of our patrons, we ask you please allow the players to retrieve all foul balls. Our foul ball sponsors tonight are Shelton Collision Repair, located at 325 West Patriot, right here in Derby, and K&S Liquor, located at 1820 Madison, right here in Derby. We'd also like to thank the Derby Chamber of Commerce for another great hot dog night. We appreciate everyone who attends tonight's game. The Derby Twins depend on community support so we can continue to bring summer collegiate baseball right here to Derby. We'd also like to thank Derby Nutrition, located at 220 North Baltimore. For our gate refreshments tonight, visit them for amazing smoothie and tea options.
Back for the bottom of the first inning here in Derby. Go over the starting lineups for the Twins. The leadoff hitter tonight will be Caden Richards, third baseman, batting second. Center fielder tonight, Braden Lukart. Hitting third, the designated hitter, Mitch Birdsall, and hitting in the cleanup position will be the first baseman, Nolan Ganter. Hitting fifth, at shortstop, Kyler Warren. Batting sixth, the right fielder, Nolan Hershok. Batting sixth, the catcher, Richard Gutierrez. Batting seventh in left field, number 2, Tyler Otts. Batting he was batting eighth. Batting ninth, the second baseman, number 4, Bryce Hampton. And again, pitching is Tanner Nelson. We'll set the defense for you for the Diamond Kings. In left field is Luke Stuckey. In center, Mason Sherry. And in right field will be Gunnar Hewitt. The third baseman is Brady Boonsma. The shortstop, Jackson Ellison. The second baseman, Carson Smith. And at first, Landon Haynes. The catcher tonight for the Diamond Kings is Austin Water. And the pitcher is Shane Holman. The Diamond Kings are primarily made up of guys who have graduated from high school and are getting ready to enter their first year in college. That's the majority of their roster. And stepping in will be our leadoff hitter for the Twins, Caden Richards.
Third baseman, number 5, Caden Richards.
Make a quick correction. The catcher for the Diamond Kings is Austin Winter. I said Waters, and it's Winters. First ball is inside for a ball. The second one is fouled back and out of play, so it's 1-1 for Caden. Caden's moved from second base over to third base. It's been a pretty good move for him so far. Here's the pitch. Popped up, fouling out of play, and the count remains or goes to 1-2. On deck is Braden Lukart, center fielder. Here's the pitch. High. Count goes to 2-2. Caden, one of the Derby Twin All-Stars, will be in the All-Star game that's coming up this Sunday. And he swung out on the pitch, struck out on a pitch that was maybe off the outside corner, but it's one that you cannot take. That'll bring up Braden Lukart. I mentioned earlier, I think the pitcher out there tonight for Holman, the pitcher for the Diamond Kings, is one of their best arms on their staff. So the Twins will have to be ready to go tonight. Here's the windup, maybe a change. It was low, but Braden Lukart offered at it for strike one. So we got to start making a little bit of adjustments. It seems like we might be off kilter just a touch, but we'll get there. Here's the pitch. There's a line drive, shortstop on one hop, throw over the first, and he's not going to beat it. He's safe on a infield base hit. That ball was kind of a flare line drive that was left to the shortstop's right. He had to go and he had to field it on one hop, and he tried to make the throw. And with Lukart coming out of the left-handed batter's box and he's got a fair amount of speed, he was able to beat it. So 1 out, first hit of the ball game for the Twins. Here's Mitch Birdsall. in the DH tonight, wearing number 10, right-handed hitter from the University of Kansas. Here's the stretch. Here comes the first pitch to Birdsall. Curveball, swing and a miss, strike. Like to encourage everybody to text in and tell me your comments, complaints, whatever you have to say. We want to visit back and forth during the game, so you're free to text me anytime you want to. 316-992-3623. 0-1 with a throw over to first, but he was back safely. Here comes the pitch. Took a little bit something of that and swing and a miss. Birdsall. He's down quickly, 0-2 in the count. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. No throw over to first base and nothing doing there. Inside, ball two. Ball one, excuse me. I'll get with the program here in a minute. One ball, two strikes. Outside, that was very close to the same pitch that Caden Richards struck out on. Birdsall let it go, and it was outside for ball two. Holman looks in for the signal. He's got it. Looks over at first base. He's ready to go. Here comes the pitch. There goes the runner. And swing and a miss. Strike three. Throw down to second base, and he is safe with a stolen base. So two of the first three Twins have struck out swinging, and an infield hit.
First baseman number 34, Nolan Ganter.
Here's Nolan Ganter, first baseman from Pima Community College in Tucson, Arizona. Twins first baseman, big number 34. We'll see what he does. Lukart leads away at second base. Here comes the first pitch. There's a line drive. That's a base hit to right field. Here's going to be a play at the plate. Here comes the throw. It's off. It's wide home plate, and the Twins break the ice with a run scored in the first inning, courtesy of Nolan Ganter's right field single. Good piece of hitting with Ganter. Pitch was away from him, and he didn't try to pull it. He went with it and jammed it right into right field for a single. And he's on first base with two out. Here's Tyler Warren, the shortstop. Warren hitting in the number 5 spot. First pitch, high, fastball, outside, ball one. Holman looks in for the sign. He's got it. Here's the pitch. Same place. Ball two.
You know how I take away the hit I gave him on accident?
2 balls, no strikes. Here's the pitch. Here's the long base hit right now. Off the shortstop's got the ball hit up the middle. There goes Ganter. He's going to try to third base. Here's the throw. And he is going to be out at third. He tried to, that ball went up the middle. The shortstop ranged to his left, tried to field it, went off his glove into shallow right center field, and Ganter going to second, thought he could make it to third. Right fielder threw him out, and that's all for the Twins. So that'll be a base hit. And the third out made 9-5, if you're scoring with us. But the Twins come up with a run on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We go to the top of the second inning with the Twins leading 1-0.
We'd like to invite everyone to the Jayhawk Collegiate League All-Star Game on Sunday, June 30th at 6 p.m. That game will be played at Riverfront Stadium with just a $5 admission. Our Derby Twin All-Star players are Braden Lukart, Nolan Herchuk, Mitch Birdsall, Makani Navarro, Caden Richard, Aiden Duggan, Kenny Fisler, and Alejandro Venegas. We hope to see you there. Just a note, the team will also stop at Little Buster's after the All-Star game. Everyone's welcome to join us.
As you probably heard in the background, the Jayhawk Collegiate League All-Star Game's coming up this Sunday. It'll be at 6 o'clock. It'll be at
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to figure.
it'll be at the Riverfront Stadium in Wichita. That's the new Double A stadium that was built a few years ago. Really nice place to play. The guys will enjoy playing down there. That's the home of the Minnesota Twins Double A affiliate. It's in Wichita. 6 o'clock start. Actually, the Double A team, Wichita Wind Surge, if you can believe that, they're playing at noon, Sunday afternoon game this Sunday, and then if you buy a ticket to that, you can stay and see the All-Star game. It'll be fun for the kids to do that, and we're looking forward to it. That's at that'll be broadcast, by the way, by the Hayesville Aviators. If you want to go to their website, you can pick that up. It starts at 6 o'clock on the Hayesville Aviators website. Here comes the first pitch to Austin Winter, the catcher, and it's ball one inside. There's a line drive to center field. It is going to drop in for a base hit for Winter.
The right fielder, number 2, Gunnar Hewitt.
Here's Gunnar Hewitt, the right fielder.
Yeah, there's just a 0 up there now, but in a second.
And we'll just reset it and start it over if you want.
Nelson into the stretch to pitch, swing and a miss for a strike.
Just reset it.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Scoreboard just went out. Pitch on the outside for a strike, and the count is 0-2. Now it's coming back on. Nelson looks in as the runner leads away at first base. Here is the pitch. Fouled off out of play off to the left side. And the count remains no balls and 2 strikes. There's the throw to first. It's in the dirt. Nice dig by Ganner. Ganner's played pretty good first base this summer. He's done a really good job when he's out there. Here's the pitch. Oh, didn't miss much, but it did miss, and it's 1-2. Nelson looking for his signal. He's got it. The stretch. There's a fly ball to deep left right field. Going way back is the right fielder. It's over his head. He's got it on one hop. Here comes the throw in, and runners will be at second and third with nobody out. And a good piece of hitting by Gunnar Hewitt. Excuse me, by Austin Winter. No, wait a minute. I got it right the first time. Gunnar Hewitt.
Brady Boomsma.
Here's Brady Boomsma, the second baseman, the third baseman. Takes first pitch for a ball. There's a fastball in there for a strike, and the count goes to 1-1. Ball 2. 2-1. Hope Tanner can pitch his way out of this. We'll see. Here's the pitch. There's fouled straight back, and it counts at 2-2 now. Nelson looks in for his sign. He's got it. Here's the pitch, and it hit him. I think it hit him. Yes, it did. So that loads the bases, and we're in a little bit of trouble here in the top of the second inning. And
The second baseman, number 26, Carson Smith.
here's Carson Smith, the second baseman, steps in. The Twins will play kind of even with the bag at third and first, and back for a double play in the middle. There's the first pitch. Swing and a miss, strike. Strikeout sure be nice right here. Or a pop-up. Here's the pitch. In there, strike two. 0-2. Nelson steps off, wants to rethink it out a little bit. Sets back on. Here's the pitch. Swinging strike three, and that's all for Carson Smith, and that's your first out. Now, if we can just get a nice little double play ball, that'd be good, but this will be
Number 8,
has to be hit just kind of perfect because here comes the left fielder, Mason Sherry, and he's a left-handed hitter and probably can run a little bit. A little more smaller guy. Nelson shakes off the sign, but here comes the next one. And as ball gets away from Gutierrez, but not far enough for anybody to advance. It's a nice job of blocking the ball, keeping it from going all the way back to the backstop, so nobody moved anywhere. 1-0. Take a pop-up or a hard grounder to second or short, or third, preferably second or short. Here's a ground ball over to second for one, to first, and won't be in time, and there's the first run of the ball game for the Diamond Kings. As Winter comes in to score on the force out, third base to second. Here's Luke Stuckey, the batter. Here's the pitch. There's a fly ball hit the deep left field. That one might be out of here. It is. 3-run homer, and the Twins are in a real hole now.
I don't remember.
Well, we're going to have to come back in this one now, as we're down 4-1.
Jackson Ellison.
There's Jackson Ellison back to the top of the lineup. Fastball down, 2-0. Here comes the pitch. There's a fly ball hit the center to right field. That was way back. But coming back is Nolan Hershok, and he brings it in on the warning track for the third out. Well, that's all for the Diamond Kings in the second inning, and that's enough. 4 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. So we go to the bottom of the second. Twins down 4-1.
Ladies and gentlemen, our game sponsor tonight is Hatchet Devlin Automotive and is the home of Hatchet for Life. Receive incredible lifetime benefits like free tire rotations, free tire repair, 5th oil change free, and more. Visit our Hyundai East location, Hatchet Genesis Hyundai at 11200 East Central in Wichita, or their website at hatchethyundaieast.com. Become a customer for life with the Hatchet Devlin Automotive Group. They offer a lifetime of benefits to their customers at no cost.
Twins coming up here in the bottom of the second inning. Need to produce a little hay here, so we got to get going. Leading off will be Nolan Hershock, right fielder. Wind up Holman's first pitch, fouled back. Nolan's made the All-Star team. He'll be playing a little bit on Sunday or something. Hit a big home run out in Dodge City the other night. Change up outside, ball one. 1-1. Here comes the pitch. Off speed curve in there for strike two, 1 ball and 2 strikes. And a fastball in the outer part of the plate, swing and a miss, strike 3. That'll bring up Richard Gutierrez.
The catcher.
Richard's catching tonight. Doing a good job behind home plate. More and more, feeling at home back there, I think. Here's the first pitch. Off speed. Up and in for ball 1. Looking forward to meeting some of the parents coming in here for the next week or so, starting tomorrow night. There's a line drive base hit to the left field. Third baseman Boomsma tried to jump up and grab it, but it was just out of his reach, and that's a 1-out single for Richard Gutierrez.
Left fielder number 2, Tyler Otts.
Here's Tyler Otts. Tyler's had a couple good games at the plate here in the last couple nights out. Let's see if he can continue his onslaught here. Gutierrez leads away at first. Here's Holman's first pitch. Squares the bunt and takes it outside for ball 1. Third baseman playing at about even with the bag, maybe a step or two. Well, no, he's right even with the bag. Middle infield back for a possible double play. There's a fastball, ball 2. Waiting on deck is Bryce Hampton. Here's the stretch. Here comes the 2-0 pitch. There's a fly ball fouling out of play off to the third base side and back onto the street.
That ball needed a designated drive. In this liquor.
Two-one pitch on the way. Fouled right straight back, and it evens the count at 2-2. Twins on the wrong side of a 4-1 game right at the present time, but we're only in the bottom of the second. Here comes the pitch. High, ball 3. 3-2, 1 out. Gutierrez is looking to Coach Flax at third base for a sign, so we'll see if anything's on here. Here's the stretch, the payoff pitch. There goes the runner, and it's high, ball 4. Gets away. There goes the runner to third. He's going to be thrown out at third base, I think. Wasn't a very good decision to run to third. The ball didn't get very far away from the second baseman. It went out into shallow. Pretty similar to the play that happened to earlier in the game that happened to Nolan Ganner.
4, Bryce Hampton.
So runner on first with 2 out. Swing and a miss as Bryce Hampton steps in. Bryce wearing number 4. The Twins are in their white home pants, and also they call this their home jersey, the cardinal red trimmed in gold and white. Here's the stretch from the belt. Here comes the pitch. Nope, it's going back to first base, and Ott's back in there. So the Twins have shown that they can run on the pitcher and the catcher, but they haven't shown that they can get to third base very bad. There he takes a little bit off that one, swing and a miss, and it counts 0-2. Need a base hit right here. That would look good right at the present time. Here's the pitch. Outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. There's a base hit to right field. Otts is going to go to second and not test anybody's arm on this one. So first and second, 2 out. Here comes Caden Richards back to the top of the lineup. Nice piece of hitting there for Bryce Hampton.
The third baseman, number 5, Caden Richards.
Come on, square one up here, Caden. Need a little help right now. 2 down in the bottom of the second. Here's the stretch with Twins runners on first and second. And the pitch. Fouled off and out of play on the right side. And it's 0-1. Here's the stretch and the belt pitch. There's a ground ball. And it's fielded by the shortstop. He'll make the play at second base himself. And that's all for the Twins in the second inning. No runs, a hit, actually 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on base. So we go to the top of the third. Twins down 4-1. I'll be back in just a minute.
The next winning number is 325356. Once again, the second oil change winning number is 325356. Please take your winning ticket to the product table to collect your free oil change from Hatchet Devlin Automotive.
Our game sponsor tonight is Hatchet Devlin Automotive Group. That's here in Derby. They have various locations around the area. But Hatchet offers new Buick, GMC, Hyundai, and Genesis brands along with pre-owned vehicles for any budget. Visit Hackett Buick GMC at 1333 North Greenwich Road in Wichita, or they're on their website at hatchetbuickgmc.com. Tonight also is free hot dog night for the sponsored by the Derby Area Chamber of Commerce. First 100 people in the gate get a free hot dog. So a lot of people from the Chamber of Commerce here tonight. Members of the Chamber of Commerce, which the Twins are one of those.
We'd like to thank our game sponsor once again, Hatchet Devlin Automotive.
Starting our 18th year here in Derby, 27th overall. So we've been around for a little while. And starting off will be the designated hitter, Austin Slinky, who struck out swinging his first time.
Now batting for the Diamond Kings, the designated hitter, number 1, Austin Slinky.
Here's the first pitch in the bottom of the second, fouls back into the backstop, and it's strike 1. Comes the 0-1 pitch. Nice little slider hit the inside corner, and we'll call it strike 2. Twins need to hold the Diamond Kings here and get back in this ball game if we can. Low ball one. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Parents' night starts tomorrow night. It's actually Parents' night. It's actually Parents' week, or a little over a week. Actually goes through, I think, the 6th or 7th, at least the 6th of July, but maybe the 7th. We got a game over in Augusta on the 7th. And here's a swing and a miss for strike 3. And Slinky is struck out for his 2nd time in as many plate appearances. That'll bring up
First baseman, number 12, Landon Haynes.
Landon Haynes. He singled his first time up the middle. Actually, he did not single his first time. He actually grounded out 3rd to 1st. Takes the first pitch for called strike 1. Here's Nelson's 2nd pitch. Curveball outside. And it's 1-1. Give a shout out to everybody listening out there. Appreciate you listening to the Twins broadcast, and give us a holler. Let us know where you're from, where you're listening from, or any other questions you might have. There's a ground ball foul, and the count is 1-2. The number to do that at is 316-992-3623. There's a ball low and in the dirt, and it counts 2-2. We're ready to go here as rubbing up a new baseball. Steps on and looks down at the signal from Gutierrez. Here's the pitch. Inside, and the count goes to 3-2. Come on now. Come on, Tanner, let's get this guy out. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. Slammed foul a little early on it, and out of play on the left field side. 3rd base side down the way.
Oops. Hey, that's liquor.
Nelson looking in. He's got his sign. Here comes the payoff pitch. There's a fly ball to the deep left center field. That ball's hit pretty well too, and it's out of here. So the Twins are going to have to change something around here if they want to get back in the ball game and quit giving up home runs. At least this one's a solo, but that makes it 5-1.
The catcher, number 17, Austin Winter.
Here's Austin Winter. He's got a base hit. Got some action heading down to the bullpen for the Twins. In there for a strike. No balls, 1 strike. Swing and a miss, strike 2. 5 runs on 4 hits for the Diamond Kings, 1 run on 4 hits for the Twins. Twins have had 2 base runners thrown out at 3rd base. Pitch upstairs, ball 1. You can't get too far behind your opponents. It just makes it more and more difficult. Each run you get behind, it's just a little bit more difficult. There's a ground ball. 2nd baseman got it. Throw to 1st, and that's all for Winter. Score that 4-3 for the 2nd out. Here's Gunnar Hewitt. He doubled his last time up. Here's the first pitch. There's a line drive, and jumping catch, and got it by Kyler Warren to end the third inning for the Diamond Kings, but they got a run on a home run, and nobody left. After 2.5 innings, the Twins are down 5-1. Be right back.
Ladies and gentlemen, our Twin staff have been scouring the parking lot looking for tonight's dirtiest car in the lot. Tonight's dirtiest car contest is sponsored by Liberty Car Wash. If you're the owner of tonight's dirtiest car, please stop by the Twins product table to claim your tokens for a free car wash. Tonight's dirtiest car is a silver Chrysler Town and Country, license plate number 021 PUG. Once again, the dirtiest car in the lot is a silver Chrysler Town and Country, license plate number 021 PUG. If you're the owner of that crusty Heat, stop by the Twins product table to claim your free car wash. From Liberty Car Wash.
Aiden? Yeah.
Liberty Car Wash is located on Red Pal Drive between the Derby Walmart Supercenter and Atwoods. Be sure and give them a try.
Back for the bottom of the third, it'll be Braden Lukehart, Mitch Birdsall, and Nolan Ganter, 2, 3, 4 hitters. And right now we have just Mr. Holman has got the Twins eating out of his hand right now. Got him under control.
The center fielder, number 21, Braden Lukehart.
Here's Braden Lukehart. Got a base hit his first time, an infield variety, just at the, and he actually scored a Twins run on a stolen base, first pitch outside. Ball 1. Needs to get some base runners, that's for sure. Drops down and inside and low for ball 2. 2-0. Need that leadoff man on. That means a lot in the game of baseball. And high ball 3. So, let's see what we can get done here. 3-0. Ball 4. 4 straight to Braden Lukehart, puts him on to lead off the top of the third. And that brings up Mitch Birdsall.
Undesignated hitter.
So we'll see what's going on here, see if we
Mitchell Birdsall.
can figure something else. Let's stay out of a double play. That's one thing we got to do. Here's the stretch from the belt. Here comes Birdsall. His first pitch. Lined foul and out of play on the right side.
Once again,
For
collision
strike 1.
325 West Patriot.
Mitch struck out his first time up in the first inning. Here's the stretch and the pitch. Fouled on a defensive type of swing there, and count goes to 0-2. We've got some action going on in the Twins bullpen. Looks like Alejandro Venegas warming up down there. Here's the stretch. Here comes the pitch. High, inside, ball 1. Base hit looked pretty good right here, Mr. Birdsall. Help us out right now. Throw over to first base, and Braden Lukehart's back. Got a little action going on in the Diamond Kings bullpen, but I can't tell who it is, and I don't know if he's just throwing a pin or if he's actually up there. And he struck out. No, he fouled it. Fouled it off. I'm sorry, I didn't see the ball. It was fouled straight back, and I was looking for it and didn't find it. I thought the catcher had it in his glove, but he did not. So, let's try it again. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. There's a line drive base hit right up the middle, and stopping at second base, I hope, is Braden Lukehart. He does. Twins got maybe a little something going here. Runners first and second with no out on a walk and a hit. And that brings up
Number 34, Nolan Ganter.
Nolan Ganter. Nolan had the Twins RBI in the first with a base hit to right field. Here's the stretch, and here comes the pitch. There's a line drive to left field. That's a base hit. Here comes Lukehart. He's going to stop at third, and that'll bring up Kyler Warren to the plate with the bases loaded and nobody out. That's what we need to see. Now we just need to go on from here.
The shortstop, number 8, Kyler Warren.
Lukehart at third, Birdsall at second, and Gantner at first with a line drive to left field base hit. And here is Kyler Warren, who singled his first time up the middle. Come on, Kyler. Here's a stretch from the belt. Here comes the pitch. Fouled backing out of play on the right side. Now we got the interesting concept here. We got the first baseman and third baseman playing. Maybe we're playing on that first pitch to step in on the grass, and they've got a 4-run lead with nobody out. Then they're doing it again. Fouled straight back, and he's quickly down 0-2. On deck is Nolan Herchuk. Here's the stretch from the belt. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. High, ball one. Holman into the stretch. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Fly ball, but they'll be fouling out of play. Did pretty well, but he got around on it pretty good too. Stays in there at 1-2. Let's win the battle here. Let's beat this pitcher right here. Here's the stretch. 1-2 pitch. Popped up on the infield. It looks like it's going to be an infield fly, and out on the infield fly to the second baseman is Kyler Warren. We'll call that an F4 with one out, and here comes Nolan Herchuk. Nolan needs to, he struck out his last time, and he needs to do a little something here. Come on, Nolan, we got to get some runs home. Nolan going to the All-Star games, hitting around 289 to 295, somewhere in there right now. Here comes the first pitch. Pop up back fouling out of play, and I thought, my heart sank for a minute. I thought that was a pop up to the infield too, but it was not. It was backing out of play.
K&S Liquor.
Hershot can run a little bit too. Here's the stretch from the belt. Here comes the pitch. Outside, ball one. I guess that was outside. I thought it was, and so the umpire agreed. So I was calling that pitch myself, I guess. Come on, Nolan. Bring us home here. There's a fly ball to right field. Actually, it's coming in as the right fielder. He makes the catch. Here comes the runner. There's going to be a play at the plate. And he got him at home. And that's all for the Twins. In the second inning, no runs, a couple hits, no errors, 2 left. Double play, score that one. F9 to 2.
Another free
Boy.
oil change, including car wash and vacuum from Hatchet Devlin Automotive Group to give away. Once again, it's those white tickets that you received when you entered Panther Field this evening. The next winning number is 325390. Once again, that winning ticket number is 325390. Please take your winning ticket to the product table to collect your free oil change from Hatchet Devlin Automotive. Twins got a new pitcher, Alejandro Venegas,
takes the hill for the coming in for the fourth inning. As the Twins blew a great opportunity to get back into this game previous inning. Hopefully we can hold these guys down and get back in it. We got plenty of time. We just time ticks away in baseball. I mean, you got plenty of time, then all of a sudden you don't have very much time left. Venegas is also an all-star. He'll made the team. We had like, I'm thinking 6 or 7. Let me count the all-star guys we have. Aiden Duggan. He made the team, as did Kenny Fissler, and Braden Luckhart made the team as an outfielder. And Alejandro Venegas, also Mitch Birdsall, made it as a designated hitter. Caden Richards made it as an infielder, and 2 outfielders, Nolan Hershock and McKinney Navarro, who is out for the summer. He has a pretty tough hamstring pull that will not heal probably before the end of the summer, so he's out for the summer. Leading off in the top of the 4th for the Diamond Kings is Brady Boomsman, the third baseman. Here comes the first pitch from Venegas. Fastball in there for a strike. We can get maybe 3 or 4 innings out of Venegas. That'll help us and maybe get these bats rolling a little bit more. Pitch, ball, 1-1. I'm thinking this kid out in the bullpen for the Diamond Kings, he must be just throwing a pin out there, I would say, because it looks like their pitching coach is standing out there with him. Swing and a miss, strike 2. 1-2. Outside, 2-2. And the pitch, curveball, goes 3-2. Ball's outside. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. First out of the inning, it's a swinging strikeout. Brings up Carson Smith, the second baseman. He struck out his first time.
Carson Smith.
Here's the stretch and the first pitch. Low, ball 1. This is a really nice day today. Temperature in the mid-80s. Tomorrow it's supposed to be over 100 again. So that's how long a cold front lasts in Kansas. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Didn't get any rain, but had pretty good breezes today and last night. 1-1. Here comes the pitch. High, ball 2. 2-1. Yeah, that kid must be throwing a pin because he wouldn't be throwing that many pitches just to warm up. Pitcher out in the right field bullpen for the Diamond Kings. Here comes the pitch. Drops down right back on 1 hop to Venegas. He flips it over to Ganner at first base, and that's 2 outs.
The center fielder, number 8, Mason Cherry.
Here's Mason Sherry. He was out 5-4 on a force out. Pitch. Not sure where that was at, but the umpire didn't like it. It's ball 1. Here comes the pitch. Umpire didn't like that one either. It's a little outside, ball 2. Venegas stared down at Gutierrez, and here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Both Alejandro Venegas and Richard Gutierrez both play for Cochise Community College out there in, I believe it's Douglas, Arizona. Here comes the pitch. Fouled off, and the count's even up at 2-2. Here's the stretch. 2-2 pitch coming on the way. Drops in there, swing and a miss. Strike 3, and that's all for the Diamond Kings in the top of the 4th inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. So after 3.5, it's Diamond Kings 5 and the Twins 1.
We'll draw the winning ticket number. If you have the winning ticket, you'll receive half of the amount collected this evening, and the other half will go to the Derby Twins organization. Our half-and-half sponsor is Sheldon Automotive, located at 122 North Georgia, right here in Derby. Sheldon Automotive offers automotive repair and maintenance services. The Twins wish you the very best of luck and thank you for playing. Ladies and gentlemen, we have another free oil change, including a car wash and vacuum from Hatchet Devlin Automotive Group. Once again, this is those white tickets that you received when you entered Panther Field this evening. The next winning oil change number is 325401. Once again, the winning number is 325401. Please take your winning ticket to the product table to collect your free oil change from Hatchet Devlin Automotive.
Got a new pitcher on the hill, and I thought he was throwing a pin, but he was getting ready to come in the ball game. His name is Cooper Tannehill, right-handed pitcher. Not sure where he's from or anything, but he'll take over on the mound, coming at the bottom of the 4th with Richard Gutierrez leading off. Gutierrez singled his first time.
The catcher, number 15, Richard Gutierrez.
It'll be Gutierrez, Otts, and Hampton. And back to the top of the lineup if anybody gets on. First pitch on the way. In there for a strike. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Curveball outside, ball 1. The Richards say they're bringing the 100 degrees from Vegas. I'm thinking it's coming from the south. It's going to be more than 100. It's supposed to be 100. The heat index tomorrow is supposed to be like 108. So don't bring that from Vegas, please. Pitch low and outside, ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike. And the pitch. Outside, ball 3. 3-1's got to be a good pitch to hit, I hope. If he's swinging, I hope he's not swinging unless it's a good pitch. But we'll see. That's what's great about baseball. It's got to make a lot of decisions. And he fouled it off, and it was close. 3-2. Tannehill, playing with the grip in his glove, throws it and fouled back to the Twins on deck circle. Decent crowd on hand tonight. A lot of people from the Chamber of Commerce here. And here's the pitch. Fly ball, hit well, it's left field going back. I think it's going to be gone. It is. It's out of here. Home run. First one of the summer for Richard Gutierrez as the Twins attempt to get back into the game and grab this game if we can.
CBD American Shaman and Derby. Stop by their Derby location at 200 North Baltimore, Suite 900 for all your CBD products.
Ball was hit well to left center field. And that scratches one on the board for the Twins, down 5-2. And here's Tyler Ott with nobody out. Ott's walked his last time up.
Fielder number 2, Tyler Ott.
Wind up and the first pitch. Fastball looked good to me, but it's ball one. Got Aiden Duggan beside me keeping the scoreboard tonight. And the pitch. Low, ball 2. Bryce Hampton in the on-deck circle. Bryce playing second base tonight. And there's a strike. I was just wondering which one he was going to call. But that's a strike. So, 2 balls and 1 strike. And that's low, ball 3. 3 balls and 1 strike. So with Gutierrez's home run, I believe that's the 4th home run out of 4 innings so far, isn't it? It's only 1 for the Twins. There's a line drive base hit into left field. Nice piece of hitting by Tyler Ott. Tyler, when he came here, he's going on to Delta State this fall. Great Division II program. He was red hot when he came in here, and then he kind of fell off into the slump. I think he sat a couple of days, and all of a sudden he kind of fell off a little bit, and now he's getting back in there and starting to hit the ball again like he has been earlier. Here's Bryce Hampton with a runner on first base. And there's the pitch. Ball 1. Here's the stretch from the belt. And fouled straight back. Ball 1, strike 1. Here comes the stretch. And throw over to first base, and Ott's back. Kind of fooled him a little bit. There's a quick move to first, but he wasn't that far off. Here's the stretch from the belt, the pitch. Inside, ball 2. 2-1. And it's ball 3. Ball gets away from the catcher a little bit. Nothing going. 3-1. Now this would be a good hit and run count to go on. We'll see if Flax has got anything going here. Tannehill looking over at first base, looks down at the signal, and here he comes. No, back over to first base. Evidently, Tannehill thinks that Ott's going here. So I'd say he's trying to keep him close, but he's really not that far off base. Here's a stretch. Here comes the 3-1 pitch. And it's ball 4. No one was going, so. But now we got runners at first and second with nobody out. And Mark McBratney, the head coach of the Diamond King, is going out to talk to his pitcher. Mark McBratney used to be a player for the Wichita Twins when we played in Wichita. He played for us as an outfielder. I think he went to Emporia State, which is up the road, a Division II school, about 80 miles from Derby here up the interstate. And I was talking to him before the game a little bit, and fond memory. We were talking about things in the past, and he always told me, he said, you know, the year I played for the Twins, he says, I didn't have a very good summer. I just didn't have a very good year, period. I said, you know, I was just trying to be nice. And I said, well, you know, sometimes that just happens. Sometimes the balls don't fall where they normally do. And he's had his 2 cents worth to the pitcher, and he's coming back out. We're getting ready to start again back to the top of the lineup with Caden Richards, third baseman. Caden today has struck out and been out on a fielder's choice. Been talking to people about Caden. I said, you know, he really squares the ball up nice, and he does, but he hasn't yet, so I'm waiting for it. Maybe it's this time. Caden from Pima Junior College there down in Tucson. Here's the stretch, first pitch. High, ball one. There's into the stretch, here comes the pitch. Didn't miss by much, but it's ball two. Two and 0 pitch on the way to Richards. Hits a fly ball to left field. It's going to be caught coming in as the left fielder, and he made the catch. Nice running catch. He had to kind of fall to the ground to make it, but he did make the catch for the first out. That wasn't as routine as I thought it was. He's not feeling very good. He must have got the wind blown out and knocked out of him or something, because he's just kind of wondering why he did that, standing up, scratching his head a little bit. Here's Braden Lucart. With one out, Braden has bounced, or he's singled and also has been on with a walk. He has scored one of the two Twins runs. Braden's been driving the ball pretty well too. I hope I'm not putting a whammy on him by saying that, but he's doing a good job for the Twins from Wichita State University, left-handed hitter. Here's the pitch. There's a ground ball. Nope, it's foul. Well, wait a minute. Was it? We don't know what it is. And the home plate umpire didn't do anything, and the umpire in the field called him out at first base when they threw it over there. It looked like it was a foul ball off his foot, but evidently it wasn't. So he's out pitcher to first for the second out.
Non-designated hitter, number 10.
Here's Mitch Birdsall. He singled his last time up. He's also got a strikeout. Let's see what he can do here. Here's the stretch, the belt, and the pitch. Inside, ball one. Mitch is a good hitter. He hits the ball pretty well most of the time. Here's the pitch. Fastball in for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Base hit sure tastes good right now. And here comes Tannehill's pitch. And it's a wild pitch, and here comes the run coming in. There's going to be a play at the plate. No, there's not. I guess he couldn't find the ball, but the Twins do score a run on that. That brings it to a two-run deficit, a little bit more manageable. Let's see if we can get this guy home. That was a wild pitch. And scoring was Otts. Here comes the pitch. Ground ball. Third baseman can't find the handle, and that's going to be an error. That's going to score a run. That's going to put Birdsall on first base with an error, E5, no RBI, but high hopper, and the third baseman, Boomsma, tried to short hop it and couldn't make the play. Couldn't come up with it. Now here is Nolan Ganter. So Hampton scores, and Birdsall's on first. And the first pitch, curveball outside. Ball one. Gander's got 2 hits and 2 tries so far. I'm waiting for him to launch one. Here's the pitch. There's a ground ball to shortstop on 2 hops over to second, and that's all for the Twins in the bottom of the 4th. But we did score 3 runs on, what did we have? We had 2 hits, 1 error, and a couple left. So after 4 complete, Twins down 5-4, and we'll be right back. Oh, okay, there it is. I'm going to tell a story to you. I guess this is a joke, actually. I'm going to tell you a little joke here, but I'm going to wait until after this half inning to do it if I remember to do that. You know, yeah, I'm 70 years old. Sometimes I don't remember some things. That's what my wife tells me anyway. I think that's what she tells me.
They used advanced equipment to do repairs and maintenance on most brands of vehicles.
Anyway, Venegas is back out for his.
Oil change, brake service, or intensive collision repair.
Venegas is back out for his second inning or third inning. Second inning. Venegas back out for his second inning, so we'll see how he does.
In Wichita, or visit their website at HatchettHyundaiWest.com.
Sun's still shining. We're starting to drop a little bit in the west. That sun, we hit out of the southwest corner here, and that evening sun is tough on the second baseman, right fielder, and the first baseman, especially when it starts getting down farther. When the pitcher's thrown to the first baseman, that's pretty tough. So we got to watch out there. Here's number 9, Luke Stuckey. He homered his last time up with a 3-run homer. Here's the first pitch, swung and missed for strike 1. So the Twins have narrowed it to 5-4, which feels good, but it's not enough yet. So we'll have to see if we can hold these guys down a little bit here with Alejandro Venegas. And here's a pop-up foul and out of play. If you look at your video feed, we're shooting it from up the press box behind home plate. Directly behind us is the intersection of Market Street and Woodlawn Street. And I'll get back to that here in a minute. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Outside ball 1. And those streets are what I would call fairly busy streets. They're fairly major streets in Derby. Now you got to remember Derby is a small town of about 26,000 people, a small city, I guess you might say. But it's fairly busy street. So what we have a lot of, there is ball 2. Looked pretty good to me, but it was a curveball that was evidently down. So 2-2. Popped up foul and out of play. But anyway, those two streets intersect, and there's quite a bit of traffic that goes out there, and we have, the field is close to both those streets on the right field side and the left field side. So we have a lot of foul balls that go out there. Here comes your 2-2 pitch. Whoo, maybe a little inside. Richie Gutierrez thought he had strike 3, but he's talking to the umpire a little bit, and the umpire just, I'm not sure what the umpire's doing. But full count. We need to get this guy out. Ground ball, shortstop, up with it. And throwing to first is Kyler Warren. Nice play. Picked it up and threw it all in one motion, and that's the first out of the inning. So we'll score that one 6-3.
Jackson Ellison.
Back to the top of the lineup with the shortstop, Jackson Ellison. Left-handed hitter. He's struck out and flied out to deep right field. Venegas pitches, fastball high. Anyway, those streets are pretty busy, and we have an awful lot of foul balls that go out there, and we have our players go get them. It's not necessarily that we don't want to pay a kid to go get them or want kids to go get them, but it's just too dangerous. You know, these kids run out there trying to grab that ball, they're not going to look for traffic. And thank God we haven't had any accidents in the time we've been here, but sometimes the guys don't like to chase the foul balls, but it's necessary to do it just to keep the safety. And the pitch. In there for a strike. 2 balls and 1 strike. Top of the fifth inning. On deck is Austin Slinky, the DH. 2-1 pitch to Ellison, in there for a strike, and it evens the count at 2-2. But I'll tell you that joke here in just a minute after we break this inning, hopefully. I hope I don't offend anybody. It's not an off-color joke. There's a fly ball to left field going back is in the same spot as last time Ellison hit, and making the play is Nolan Hershock.
Hitter number 1, Austin Slinky.
So here's Austin Slinky. Steps in, right-handed hitter. He's struck out twice. First pitch outside, ball 1. No action in either pin. Guys mulling around a little bit on both sides. And the pitch. High, ball 2. Two and 0 pitch and on the way. Ground ball, second baseman. Up with it is Hampton the second and over to first, and that's all for the Diamond Kings in the fifth inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left, and after 4 1/2 innings, we're halfway through, the Twins are down 5-4.
We'd like to thank Derby Nutrition again for our gate refreshments this evening. Visit them at 220 North Baltimore for their amazing smoothie.
Okay, I told you I would
option.
tell you this joke. Bear with me a little bit. The Reverend Billy Graham was preaching, and he had just, he lives in North Carolina, and after he was doing his shows, or his preaching, his evangelical programs, he flew home to North Carolina, and he got out of the plane, and there was a car to meet him there to take him home, and it was a black limousine. And so he went up, and everybody's loading all their stuff in there, and he was getting ready to get in, and he asked the driver, he said, "You know what?" He said, "I'm 87 years old, and I've never driven a limousine. Do you mind if I drive for a little while?" He had about a 30-minute trip home. The limousine driver said, "Sure, that'd be fine, Mr. Graham." So Billy Graham took the driver aside and took off and started out of town, and pretty soon he come across a speed trap, and a guy who was a rookie state trooper for his first time was shooting the speed radar there, and he got the limo going 72 and a 55, and he took off after him, and he pulled him over. Window goes down. The guy sees, the police officer sees who it is. It's Billy Graham. And he said, "Well, excuse me, sir, just a second. I got to go back and talk to headquarters." So he went back to his car and was talking to his headquarters. And we'll get back to that in just a second. Skylar Warren leads off the first pitch for a strike, curveball, and here's the second pitch outside, ball 2. Next break we have, I'll finish it. There's a ground ball foul outside third base, and the count will go to 1 ball, 2 strikes, I believe, as our scorekeeper had to use the restroom. Curveball out, 2-2. Tannehill in the pitch. There's a fly ball to right center field, drifting over as a right fielder, and makes the catch. It was a line drive, actually. Hit pretty well, but he didn't have to go too far to get it, so that's the first out of the inning.
The right fielder, number 35.
Here's the right fielder, Nolan Hershock.
Good job.
Come on, guys, got to get that run back here. Get back in this ball game.
Mr. Fruitsberger?
First pitch down the low end inside for ball 1. Hershock is struck out and flied out to right field. Come on, Nolan, do your mom and dad and your grandpa, who we saw out in Dodge City while we were there. Made the trip out there. Do them proud, just like you did out there. Base hit. 1-0 pitch on the way. Fouled back and out of play. Strike one.
Once again, our foul ball sponsor is Shelton Collision Repair, located at 325 West Patriot, right here in Derby.
Strike two on a slider that dropped down and on the outside part of the plate. And Herchuk's down in the count 1-2. Here comes the pitch. And he had to duck out of the way. It did not hit him, but it was close. 2-2. And foul tipped. Wait a minute, what's the call? I thought the ball was foul tipped. It wasn't?
I think it was a drop third.
Well, it looked like a drop third strike. It looked like it was foul tipped, but evidently no one tipped it, and he was thrown out at first base on a strikeout throwout for 2 outs.
The catcher, number 15, Richard.
Here's Richard Gutierrez. He homered his last time up to left center field. Actually, he's got 2 hits tonight. 2 times. Here's first pitch. Curveball low, ball 1. Fastball outside, ball 2. 2-0. Bottom of the 5th inning, 2 outs. Nobody on. And the pitch. There's a fly ball to right field. This is going to be caught. And that it is, and that's the end of the inning. Nothing doing for the Twins. 1, 2, 3.
Ladies and gentlemen, our Twin staff have been
2 flies and a
serving
strikeout, and we're done with the 5th. And we go to the
I'll tell you
6th.
one thing,
Twins
that
down
cleanest
1.
car in the lot is not gonna
6 to
move
5.
forward.
She's 5 to
Melissa
4.
Whiteley.
Excuse me. 5 to
She
4.
had the dirtiest car in the lot.
So anyway, the trooper stops
Cleanest car is
Billy
sponsored by
Graham
Denver Car
for
Wash.
speed. 72 and a
Located at
55.
1133
Realize
behind
who it
Queen's
is behind the
Off-Road
wheel
in
and
Derby.
tells Billy, he says,
Cleanest car in the
just a
lot.
second, I'm going to have to go back and talk to headquarters. So he gets back in his car and calls his
License
boss.
plate
And
number 006 PYV.
he says, I know we have sometimes courtesies that override some of the offenses that we write tickets for.
License plate number 006
He says, what do I want to do in this case? I got an important guy. And he said, well, who is it? The boss on the other end says, well, who do you have stopped? He said, is it the governor? The trooper said, no, sir, it's not the governor. It's more important than that. And he said, well, who is it, the president? He said, no, sir, it was someone more important than what the president. The supervisor finally said, well, who did you stop? And he said, well, sir, I stopped Jesus and Billy Graham was his chauffeur. I didn't hear the laugh track on that. Maybe I missed it. Oh, well, we'll get back to baseball now. Alejandro Venegas goes into his 3rd inning of work as we go to the top of the 6th. Twins mulling around the bullpen a little bit. And we got, starting off, will be Landon Haynes, the first baseman. He's got 2 hits, 2 singles anyway, and scored 2 runs.
Free hot dog coupons can be
So,
acquired at the
we'll
product
start
table.
with him this inning.
Now batting for the Diamond Kings. The first baseman, number 12, Landon Haynes.
Here's Landon Haynes. First pitch on the way. Fouled straight back for strike 1. Next pitch, curveball outside. Ball one. One pitch on the way. Dropped a curveball. A little bit inside, 2-1. Venegas looks down. He's ready. Here's the pitch, and it's inside. Did not hit him. Ball 3. 3 balls and 1 strike. Come on, Alejandro. Find the zone here. Ground ball, 3-1 pitch. Second base, up with it is Hampton, and over to first for the first out of the inning. 4-3. Had Sarah 3 or 4, 3 of those 4-3 so far.
Austin Winter.
Here's Austin Winter. He singled his one time and scored, and also bounced out 4-3. So Bryce Hampton getting plenty of business out there at second base tonight. Sunset, we'll turn the lights on, and we'll let you know we have 2 hours on the light standard in left field, just so you remember right. First pitch, nice curveball, dropped in there for a strike. Austin Winter, the catcher. Winter has a hit. He's also been out 4-3. Here's the stretch, 0-1 pitch. Nice curveball, dropped in again, kind of a over the top. What do they call that? 12-6 curveball. 12-6 curveball. 2 strikes. No balls, 2 strikes. On the way. Fastball. Whoa, boy. I'm not sure where that one was at, but it was somewhere. I'm not sure the umpire saw it, but oh well. 1-2. Must have been looking for a curveball. Here's the pitch. And swing and a miss. Catcher drops the ball, picks it up, throws him out. That's a strikeout. And that'll be 5-2.
Gunnar Hewitt.
Excuse me, 1-3 on a strikeout. Okay, 1-3. For the second out. And here's Gunnar Hewitt. He doubled and walked, I believe. Here's the stretch. Here comes Venegas' pitch. Outside, ball 1. Wind's been pretty constant all through the game. It's blowing probably 10 to 15 miles an hour, maybe. Maybe closer to the 10-mile-an-hour side. Swing and a miss on a low fastball. 1-1. Low ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. If you check the Twins Facebook page, you'll find all the activities, I believe, that's going on for Parents Week listed. First one coming up, I believe, it's Sunday night after the All-Star game. We're going to Little Buster's. And there's a 3-1 pitch to the low, so let's get this guy out right here. Let's not waste any more pitches. Let's just come in here and see if we can score something. Venegas, 3-1 through pitch. Strike 2 on the outside corner. Alejandro looks in. He's ready. Here he comes. Full count. And he walked him. So, Hewitt walks. And that brings up
Brady Boomsma.
Brady Boomsma. Boomsma tonight has I think I got him just an 0 for, he's 1 for 2, I believe. At any rate, he steps in with an open stance from the right side, and there's a throw over to first, and back in plenty of time with Hewitt. There's the stretch. From the belt, here comes the pitch. In there for a strike fastball. The Twins got a little action up in the bullpen. I can't tell who it is for sure, but we'll.
Kenny Fish.
Throw over to first, nothing doing there. Saying it's maybe Kenny Fister. I don't know if it is. I really can't tell. Stretching out. Here comes the pitch. High fastball, ball 1. One ball, one strike. I have to keep that ball down if we can. There goes the runner. Pop foul fly out, back and out of play. The runner was going. One of the things I haven't really heard too much of is Twins infield just doesn't talk when there's a runner lead going. And you got to let that pitcher know. It's got to happen. Most of the times I've seen that when the runner was on second base. 1-2 pitch. There's strike 3, and that's all for the Diamond Kings in the 6th inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left. We go to the bottom of the 6th with the Twins down by 1, 5-4, and we'll be right back.
If you're the first fan with the correct answer, you'll receive Applebee's cards for free food at a local Applebee's. Our sponsor for tonight's trivia question is Miller Electric, located at 629 North Georgia Avenue, right here in Derby. They offer residential and commercial electrical
Hope everybody's still listening out there. And
tonight's trivia question is, what baseball movie was based on the 2002
YouTube land.
Oakland A's? Once again, what baseball movie was based on the 2002 Oakland A's?
The Twins are going to have the bottom
Ladies and gentlemen, we are
of their order, and then back to the top with Tyler Otts, who's got a couple hits. Well, no, he's got 1 hit and he's walked once. He's going to lead off, followed by Bryce Hampton, who's got a hit and also has walked. So both those guys have been on both times, and hopefully it can continue.
The next winning ticket number is 325.
I think it is Kenny Fister out in the bullpen. Yes, it is. I can see it from here.
Keep a hold of those white tickets.
Got eagle eye,
It's time for
Aiden
our family
Duggan,
giveaway.
keeping score tonight. He can see.
Giveaways from Applebee's,
He's got that
AJ,
2010 eyesight.
American Shaman CBD of Derby, Smith's Chiropractic, Legends Nutrition, and Little Buster Sports
Aiden's
Bar.
going to pitch in the All-Star
Our family
game
winning
at
ticket number is 325
Riverfront Stadium.
386.
That'll be fun.
Please bring your winning ticket to the product table to collect your prize.
Aiden, you want to announce an inning?
I don't think I'd be in
Now
the
batting for
What
your
you,
left fielder number 2.
I'd let you if you wanted to.
Otts.
Here's Tyler Ott leading off. First pitch. That looked pretty good to me, but it must be inside or low for a ball. And a windup. Fouled off and out of play. Evens the count at 1-1. Bryce Hampton in the on-deck circle.
That ball needed a designated drive. Dennis Licker.
There's the windup. Here comes the 1-1. Outside ball, too. Didn't miss by much. Get this leadoff guy on. Two-one pitch on the way. Curveball that was farther off the plate than the last pitch, and he calls it a strike. So, oh well, he's human too. Here's the pitch. Fouled off, and the count's 2-2. Come on, Tyler. Good looking little left-handed hitter here. Delta State got him a good one here. And it's in the dirt for ball 3. 3-2. Steps out, gathers himself, steps back in. We're ready to go, and here's the pitch. Fly ball to center field. Going back is the center fielder, drifting back, and whoa, snow coned one off the end of his glove in center field. But he still caught it, and that's out number one. Ball hit pretty well, but too high in the air. That brings up Bryce Hampton.
The second baseman, number 4, Bryce.
Bryce
Hampton.
is singled and walked and scored a run. First pitch, curveball in for a strike. On deck is Caden Richards. Here's the windup and the pitch. Down low, ball one. One ball, one strike. Nice night for baseball. Temperature probably hovering right around 80 degrees. Humidity wasn't too bad today either. 1-1 pitch. Fouled straight back. And Bryce goes down in the count 1-2. Bryce Hampton, incoming freshman at Washington State University. And here's the pitch. And the ball was hit out to right field, but it's going to be foul and out of play. He was just trying to do something with that, as it was a fairly close pitch on the outside corner, and just wanted to foul it off to not have a chance of it being called a third strike. Hit ball right back to the pitcher. And the throw to first, and there's 2 out. That'll come back to the top of the lineup with Caden Richards. Caden tonight hasn't, he struck out, popped up to shortstop, and flew out to right field. Flew out to center field, excuse me, on a nice diving play by the center fielder. Here's the pitch. Curveball. Down and low, ball one. Next pitch, ball two. And the throw back to the pitcher, but it wasn't very good, and the second baseman has to pick it up. Out by second base. 2-0. Ground ball. Third base. He booted it, not going to be able to make a play. Boomsma, the ball was on the second hop, took one big hop, and then the second hop was a short hop, and he tried to short hop it, and he couldn't come out of the end of his glove, and he couldn't chase it down fast enough to pick it up and throw out Richards. That'll be an error. E5. Here's Braden Lucard. Boy, he needs to jump on one here. Curveball in for a strike. Lucard's out pitcher to first, walked, and has a single to his credit. Scored a run. Here's the pitch. Down and good block by the catcher. And nothing doing with any base runner. 2 out, 1-1. Twins down by 1 run. We've out hit them 8-4, but we haven't outscored them. And the score is 5-4. Pitcher is talking to the umpire, and I'm not sure exactly, with the base umpire, I'm not sure exactly what it's about. It must not be anything serious, because he's smiling. Braden Lucard steps in, 1-1. I can see him yank one over the right field fence. Here's the stretch. Here comes the pitch. Outside. Ball 2. Catcher's making that pitcher work hard to catch that ball when he throws it back to him. 2-1 pitch. Go over to throw first instead, and he's safe. Back in on his belly. Two 2-1 pitch. I don't know, must have been low. 3-1. Okay, he's going to get a pitch to hit, hopefully. And here it comes. He's half swing, thought it was ball four, and it's called a strike on the outside part of the plate. So full count, 2 outs. Richards be running. Anything hitting the gap, we've got a chance to score. So we'll see what happens with this pitch. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes. And he struck him out on a pitch on the outside part of the plate. So nothing doing for the Twins in the 6th inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 error, excuse me. 1 left, and we go to the top of the 7th. Twins down 5-4. We'll be back in just a second.
Ladies and gentlemen, please pull out those green tickets that you purchased this evening. It's time for our half and half drawing. The Twins players Holden Pantier and Aiden O'Malley collected a total of $99. So tonight's half and half winner will take home $49.50. Tonight's half and half drawing winning ticket number is 764352. Once again, the winning ticket number is 764352. We'd like to thank everyone who purchased a ticket for their support of the Derby Twins and our half and half sponsor, Sheldon Automotive. Call them at 316-927-2390 for all your automotive repair and maintenance needs. Please take your winning ticket to the product table for your winnings. Ladies and gentlemen, now pitching for your Derby Twins, number 0, Kenny Fissler.
Kenny Fissler comes out on the mound. He's going to start the 7th inning. Side armor from Alma College there in Michigan. Done us a good job. He's another one of those all-stars. He made the all-star team. So we'll see if he's an all-star here in this inning. But he's done a pretty good job for the Twins. And we'll start off the top of the 7th with Carson Smith, the second baseman. He struck out and has also bounced right back to the pitcher. So, waiting for Nolan Ganner. He had to go in and get something. Something wasn't right. He's got it all fixed up now. So, we're here to start the top of the 7th. The Twins got 3 more chances. We just need 1 run. Hopefully we can figure it out somewhere and get it. And there's the first pitch. Is fouled off to the right side for strike 1. Here comes the pitch. Grounded foul at home plate. I guess it wasn't foul. He just missed it. For strike 2. Kenny Fissler drops down to the side. Sometimes he goes down the submarine, and that's not easy for these right-handed hitters sometimes to pick up. They just don't see it enough. Well, boy, that was a nice pitch, and it was maybe inside a touch, but not by much. Shakes off Gutierrez. He's ready for this 1-2 pitch. And he struck him out. He was reaching to the outside part of the batter's box to reach that and came up empty. First out in the 7th inning
The center fielder, number
for the
8,
Diamond Kings.
Mason Cherry.
Here's Mason Cherry. He struck out and has been out on a force out, 3rd to 2nd. And here's your first pitch. In there for the strike. Nobody warming up in the Diamond Kings bullpen. They're leaving this one to Tannehill, it looks like right now. Swing and a miss, strike 2. I'll get to some Jayhawk Collegiate League scores here in just a little bit. And fouled all over the top of the, bounced over the top of the Twins dugout on the 3rd base side. Count remains 0-2. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And he struck him out. That's 2 outs.
The left fielder, number 9, Luke Stuckey.
Here's Luke Stuckey. He has homered once and also been out, grounded out shortstop to first. Here comes Kenny Fissler's first pitch. Fouled off the screen for strike 1. Curveball drops in there for a strike, and it's 0-2. Here comes the pitch, and he struck out the side. Great job of pitching by Kenny Fissler. That's all for the Diamond Kings in the top of the 7th. If we go to the bottom of the 7th, I'll just give you a little bit of a let's hope all the algorithms are good. The Twins scored 1 in the first, none in the second or the third, 3 in the fourth, nothing in the 5th and 6th, and algorithms ought to tell us we ought to be scoring this inning. But we'll see. We'll be right back. Kansas Cannons are ahead of the Hayesville Aviators 2-1 in the top of the 7th in Hayesville. And I had to have no score on the Newton Rebels Great Bend Batcats game yet. I'm not sure if anybody else is playing right now, so we'll keep in touch with that too. Seventh inning stretch, take me out the ball game, and the first base stands are smiling. The third base stands are not, but we're gonna maybe tickle them this inning, hopefully, as Tannehill starts his third inning in relief, or fourth inning actually in relief, I think.
Ticket number is 325408.
And starting off will be Mitch Birdsall
408.
in the 7th inning for the Twins. Birdsall tonight is 1 for 3. He's singled, got on an air, and struck out. I'd like to have this first runner on if we can. Set the table for Nolan Ganner. Here's a curveball that drops in for a ball.
Batting for your Liberty Twins, the designated hitter number 10, Mitchell Birdsall.
There's a foul out of play on the right side, and it's 1-1. Birdsall wearing the DH position tonight. Here comes Tannehill's pitch. Called strike 2, ball that looked pretty low to me, but evidently it didn't to the home plate umpire. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Way outside ball 2. 2-2. I'd just like to see him just reach out and pluck one into right field. He plucked one in this deep left center field, and it's out of here. Long gone. Home run for Mitch Birdsall. Solo bass, that ties the ball game out, and those algorithms are in place. That's some fancy talk for a baseball announcer, fans. Nice job, though, by Mitch Birdsall. Lifted it deep to left center. The center fielder just turned around and looked. He didn't even move. That brings up Nolan Ganner.
First baseman number 34.
That helps.
Ganter.
Curveball. out and away, ball one. Now we're going to start getting a little action in the Diamond Kings bullpen. Here's the pitch. Inside, ball two. Middle of the order, Birdsall with a homer, Gantner with 2 hits, and Warren with a hit coming in up this inning. 3-0 on Gantner. Nolan Gantner's a good-looking hitter. He really has good patience. He hits the ball where it's pitched. And that's ball 4 on 4 straight. So that'll help. Also, as a home run and a walk now.
The shortstop, number 8, Kyler Warren.
Here's Kyler Warren, and Coach McBratney's now going out to the mound. I don't know if he's going to make a change or not, but actually the pitcher who's warming up in the bullpen, he hasn't been up very long. Five to 5, the Twins are tied. Nobody out, runner on first. And Kyler Warren comes to the plate, and he's going to leave him in. Grandpa Ralph saying, "Come on, Kyler. I'm right there with you, Ralph. Come on, Kyler." Gantner leads away. First pitch coming to Kyler Warren. There's a little dinker going out, and the shortstop does go out and make the play. Ball wasn't hit very hard, but it was hit high enough that the shortstop had time to go out into shallow left field and make that play. And that brings up Nolan Hershock. So that's a fly out to the shortstop. It wasn't really a pop-up. It was more of a line drive that hung up there, soft line drive. So that's for the first out. Here's Nolan Hershock steps in. Here comes the first pitch to him. Curveball outside, ball 1. Hershock tonight struck out twice and has flied out to right field. We need him to come through right here. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 2. On deck is Richard Gutierrez. Richard has got a single and a homer so far tonight. 2-0 pitch. Outside, ball 3. 3-0. I'm pretty sure Hershock will be taking this one. Here comes the 3-0 pitch. And that's ball 4. So runners on first and second with 1 out. Grandpa, he didn't get a home run, but he's right in there anyway. Here comes Richard Gutierrez, who does have a home run and a single.
Number 15, Richard Gutierrez.
Nolan Gantner advances to second base. Hershock is on first with a base on balls. And Gutierrez steps in. Here's the first pitch. And inside, ball 1. I thought it might have hit him, but it didn't. On deck is Tyler Otts. Here's the stretch. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. Ball 2. That one must have been low. Here's the stretch from the bell. Here it comes. The 2-0 pitch. There's a fly ball to right field. I'm not sure. Yeah, he sees it tagging up at second base is Nolan Gantner, and he doesn't go anywhere this time. So that's the second out. That ball was hit right at the right fielder. I thought maybe he lost it in the sky for a minute, but he did not. That brings up
Tyler
Otts. Tyler tonight has singled and walked and flew out. Here's the stretch from the belt. Here comes the pitch. Curveball in for a strike. Hit them where they ain't, Tyler. Make them run for it. Here's the stretch. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Curveball down and low and gets away from the catcher, but not very far, and no one can advance. On deck is Bryce Hampton. One pitch on the way, 2 out, bottom of 7. And it's outside ball 2. 2-1. Score's tied at 5. We're in the 7th. Has a ground ball, foul. And we'll go back, count goes to 2-2, 2 out. Deuce is wild right now. Right-hander warming up in the Diamond Kings bullpen. We got a guy up in the Twins bullpen too. As Tyler Ott sets in with 2-2 on him. Here he comes. There's a fly ball to left field. Hit pretty good. It's going back as the left fielder. He's not going to be able to get it. It bounces over the fence for a ground rule double, and 1 run will score on that. So the Twins will take the lead. A nice bit of hitting by Tyler Ott as they took an outside fastball and went with it to left field and hit it pretty well. The ball hit the warning track and bounced over the left field fence. And here comes McBratney, and he's going to bring in another pitcher. So good piece of hitting. That's his 2nd hit of the night and a first RBI for Tyler Ott.
One more fan of the game giveaway.
Ground rule double.
These are those same white tickets that you received.
And Gantner comes in to score, so that's the 6th run for the Twins.
Fan of the game ticket number is
And we're going to see a new pitcher for
397. Once again, the next winning fan of the game ticket number is 325.
the Diamond Kings. We'll see who this is.
Please bring your winning ticket to the
These
box.
kids, they got a lot of guys who have blonde hair, long blonde hair. I suppose they've dyed it all. Now watch out when they do that; it won't grow back. Will it, Grandpa? Number 42 coming in, Alec Maldonado is coming in to throw for the Diamond Kings.
We'd like to invite everyone to the Jayhawk Collegiate League All-Star Game on Sunday, June 30th at 6 p.m.
I'd like to remind the families coming in this weekend, on Sunday we play, tomorrow night we play at Wellington, which is about a 20-minute drive from Derby. Saturday night we're right back here against these same Diamond Kings at 7 o'clock here at Panther Field. And Sunday we're going to the All-Star Game at Riverfront Stadium in Wichita. $5 tickets, not bad at all. Great place, great little stadium. And it's not a real little stadium either. I mean, I think it seats maybe 10,000, something like that. However, after that All-Star Game, which starts at 6 o'clock, we'll go back down to Little Buster's Sports Bar down in Derby here. It's a big supporter of the Twins. And either have some burgers or have maybe a cold one or a Coca-Cola or play a little pool, whatever you want to do. But spend time with your son probably, and you'll get to do that. So Maldonado takes over here for the Diamond Kings.
Now batting for your Derby Twins, the second baseman, number 4, Bryce Hampton.
Here's Bryce Hampton with a chance to put a hole in this game a little bit. Runners at second, third, 2 out, and some guys who can run around the bases. Leans in against Maldonado. First pitch, fastball, right down Broadway, strike 1.
Pitching for the Diamond Kings,
Bryce has been on base twice with a base on balls and a base hit. Here comes the pitch. Low, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Well, I guess anybody watching the presidential debate tonight. Let me know who won. Or if anybody won. Here's the 1-1 pitch. In there for a strike as Bryce Hampton was looking at this one too. On deck, back to the top of the lineup with Caden Richards if Bryce can get on. 1-2 pitch on the way. Outside, and it gets away from the catcher and going back to the screen. He can't find it. Now he does. At about the same time that Nolan Hershock touched home plate. So the Twins have moved runners up a base and scored a run. And standing on third base all by himself is Tyler Otts. He needs to bring him home too. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bryce Hampton steps in. He's ready to go. And we'll see what he's going to do with this 2-2 pitch. There's a big ground ball. Base hit right up the middle, and that scores another run. Nice piece of hitting by Bryce Hampton as he gets his second hit of the night and an RBI.
Third baseman number 5, Caden Richards.
Back to the top of the lineup, and Caden Richards, who's worn the collar today, maybe he can get something done here. He's actually been on base on an error, but he hasn't really attacked one yet tonight, but maybe this time. There's a fastball, gets away from the catcher, but not very far, and Hampton stays at first base with 2 out. One ball, no strikes. Caden Richards steps in. He's an all-star too, making the game. There's the pitch. There goes the runner, and here comes the no throw to second as the catcher can't find a handle on the baseball, and stolen base for Bryce Hampton.
Tonight's stolen base sponsor is Ron Paul of Northwestern Mutual. Ron is located at 1224 Southeast Lewis
2
Drive.
balls and no strikes. The algorithms have been faithful tonight, fans. We scored 4 runs in this inning. There's a ground ball at third base. He makes the play. Long throw to first, and he is out, and that retires the side. But not before the Twins came up with 4 runs on 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. 4 hits and no errors.
Here's another
1 man left on base. After 7 complete innings of play, it's the Twins 8, the Diamond Kings 5.
The next free oil change, winning ticket number is 325373. Once again, that's those white tickets that you receive when you enter Panther Field this evening. Winning ticket number is 325373. Please take your winning ticket to the product table to collect your free oil change from Hatchet Devlin Automotive.
Kenny Fissler back for his second inning of relief, and you can't do any better than he did his first inning of relief as he struck out the side. He's another all-star from the Twins. Twins got, I believe, 8 guys going to the all-star game Sunday. And also Coach Flex will be one of the assistant coaches for the all-star game. They'll like that. They get a chance to play on a really nice field. It's well kept. It's as good as it gets. I went down on that field last summer. We played out there, and I walked around on the field a little bit. And I'm telling you, that's like, I could play golf out there. So we're ready to go to start the top of the 8th. Back to the top of the lineup for the Diamond Kings, and it's Jackson Ellison, who's flew out twice to right field and also struck out.
The shortstop, number 5, Jackson Ellison.
Again, and he'll step in against Kenny Fissler. Kenny Fissler's a nice kid too, great kid. Fun to be around. Here's his first pitch. Outside corner, strike one. I'm not sure, but he's hasn't thrown very many balls this inning. Since he's been in. Maybe a couple balls last inning. Here's the second pitch, and it's fouled off and out of play for strike two. 0-2. He'll be followed by Austin Slinky. Outside and swatted away trying to catch that one was Richard Gutierrez. It was like he was swatting a mosquito on that one. He couldn't quite get it. 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the stretch. Here comes 1-2 pitch. A little high. Took a little something off that one. Ended up a little high for ball 2. We've got a lot of things going on. If you look on that Facebook page, Derby Twins Facebook page, you'll be able to pick up the activities. And if not, talk to Sandy. I mean, they may have copies of them at the product table. There's a ground ball to shortstop. On it is Kyler Warren, like he knows exactly what he's doing, and made it all in one throw and easily got the runner at first for the first out. Kyler's been playing a pretty good shortstop.
Austin Salinki.
Here's Austin Slinky doing a DH spot tonight for the Diamond Kings. He's 0 for 3. Fastball on the outside of the plate actually for ball 1. Comes the 1-0 pitch. Fastball, same place, ball 2. Come on, Kenny, get back in that rhythm you had last inning. That was pretty to watch. Ball 3, this one's inside. So, 3-0 as the fireworks begin in Derby. You'll see a lot of those here. There's one from night just went off over the left field fence. Here is the pitch. 3-0 pitch, ground ball. Here comes Fissler, picks it up. Nice play, not Fissler, excuse me, Kyler Warren on a great play. Slow roller, he came in. He called Kyler Warren off it. He didn't call Kyler Warren, he called Caden Richards off it and picked it up, barehanded it on the run, and one throw to first and got the runner by easily a step and a half. 2 outs and Landon Haynes come in. He takes the first one for ball 1. So it's been an Alma College inning so far. Kenny Fissler and Kyler Warren. Coach Crane ought to be proud of that. Here is the stretch, the pitch, swung foul at home plate. Well, now the question is, if he gets this guy, will he take him to the 9th or will he bring in somebody else? What do you think, Coach Duggan?
I think he leaves him in.
So he's got to be able to pitch for Sunday, isn't he? No.
Oh, yeah. I don't know.
Here's the pitch. Grounded. Oh, grounded foul. That one did a little dancing. He didn't mean to swing and hit a bat, bounced right at home plate and ran up the third baseline on a big one hop. And when that one hop hit the third baseline, it actually bounced into fair territory. And then with the spin, it was kind of like on a golfer hitting into the green with a backspin. Had a little backspin on it and rolled back into foul territory. So after all that explanation, it's still 1 ball and 2 strikes. Probably more than you wanted to hear, I would imagine. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here we go. And he threw this one outside. So. 2-2. Here's the pitch. Oh, way outside, ball 3. Foul ball right straight back. And this count remains at 3-2. Three balls, two strikes. Here comes the pitch. And he pulled the string on him and struck him out. So he's got 4 strikeouts in 2 innings and 3 up and 3 down once again as the Twins go to the bottom of the 8th with an 8-5 lead. So we'll start her up here in the bottom of the 8th. Be back in just a second.
Oh, I think the pitcher's injured.
Maldonado. Looks like we're going to have a new pitcher. It looks like Alec Maldonado maybe injured himself as he was warming up.
I think so.
They're taking him out. So this guy will get all the warm-up pitches he needs. I don't even know who it is yet. So we'll figure it out in just a second. We got to see his number to make sure. And he's not wanting to turn around. There he is, 19. Colton Hurt is coming in to relieve Maldonado, who evidently hurt himself when he was warming up this inning. You hate to see that. Twins nursing an 8-5 lead. Got 11 hits. Have we not committed an error tonight?
No, we have not.
So we're 8 runs on 11 hits, no errors. The Diamond Kings 5 runs on 4 hits and 2 errors. The Diamond Kings scored their 5 runs by scoring 4 in the second and 1 in the third, and they've been blanked the last 5 innings. The Twins proving the theory of algorithms. That I know that's a pretty hard word for me to understand or to even pronounce for that matter, but we scored 1 in the first, nothing in the second and third, 3 in the fourth, nothing in the fourth and fifth, and 4 in the sixth. So maybe we can break that algorithm right here and pile some more on. So we'll have an extended warm-up period here for this pitcher because he was not warmed up when he came in, and he's replacing an injured pitcher. So he gets to throw until he thinks he's ready. And the Twins hitters this inning will be, the bottom of the 8th will be, I'm trying to find it here. Looks like it'll be Braden Lukehart, Mitch Birdsall, and Nolan Ganner. 2, 3, 4 hitters. Braden Lukehart's got a hit and a walk and has grounded out to the pitcher and struck out his last time. So
Braden Lukehart.
heading for his 5th time up and leading off this inning. Let's hit one on the nose here. Find a barrel. Here comes the first pitch to Lucart, and it's inside for ball one. You might check, I'm not sure, but check with Keith on the website. I'm not sure if Wellington, it's a non-league game, if they do play-by-play or not. I just don't know for sure, but it's the Wellington Heat. Heat, and I'm thinking if they do anything on the air that Keith would have a link to it, but I'm not positive of that because I wasn't looking for it. So, just guessing. Here comes the 3-0 pitch, and it's in there for a strike. There's some more fireworks going off. Once we get closer to the fourth, you'll hear them and see them. There's a 3-0, 3-1 pitch, and this is going to be fouled off into the left field, close to the left field bullpen, the Twins bullpen, and it's 3-2. There's a line drive. Oh, it went underneath the glove of the second baseman, and Lucart makes a turn on it. I'm thinking that's a hit.
Yeah, that's an error.
What?
That's an error.
You think that's an error? We're asking.
I think it touched his glove.
Undesignated hitter.
Okay,
Number 10.
that was an error.
Mitchell Birdsall.
I'm sure Lucart thought it was a hit. Here's Mitch Birdsall. He homered deep left center last time up, tied the ball game up, and then we went on to score 3 more after that. But he started it, and he takes strike one. Mitch has got 2 hits tonight out of 4 at bat. He's actually been on 3 times, been on with an error, and there's strike 2. Lucart leads away. At first, 0-2 pitch on the way. Outside. Ball 1. Looks like we got a new catcher also, I think, for... Yeah, I'm not sure. I can't tell. I thought the thing number 99. And we do have a new catcher, Carson Wharton. Wharton is catching now. He's in for Austin Winter. Here's a stretch from the belt. There goes the runner. And it's ball 2, and there's no throw. Stolen base for Braden Lucart. Ground ball, deep short. They're not going to be able to make a play, and he stops it from on the outfield grass, and that's an infield hit, 3rd hit of the night for Mitch Birdsall. So, runner does not advance, stays at second base, but he's on first. We got first and second with nobody out, and here's the big man, Nolan Ganter, good hitter, coming up. He's got, I believe, I'll tell you here in a second after this first pitch. There goes the runner, ground ball, could be 2. Steps on second for 1 and over to first, double play, but Braden Lucart goes to third base. So 2 out.
The shortstop, number 8, Kyler Warren.
Here's Kyler Warren. Fastball high, ball 2. Fouled off to the right side, and the count goes to is it 2 balls, 1 strike, or 2-2? I think it's 2-1, I think. Popped way high in the air, right by home plate. Circling is the catcher, and he can't find it. He circled it, it just fell right where he wasn't. That ball was a major league pop-up right there. That was really high, but it was right at home plate. So that's 2-2, it's just a foul ball. Twins got a pitcher in the bullpen warming up, and there's a wild pitch that gets back to the screen, and in comes Braden Lucart for the 9th Twins run. And the count goes 3-2. Here's the pitch. Fouled out of play on the right side this time. Count is 1 for 4 on the night with a single in the first. Here's the pitch. And it's ball 4. So keeps the inning going with the base on balls, and that brings up Nolan Hershok. Nolan tonight has walked, struck out twice, and flied to right field. He's looking for his first hit tonight. There's the stretch. Here comes the first pitch to Hershok. Well, there's a base hit, or there's a shot in the right center. It's going to be bounced one off the wall. Runner around third's coming home, and going into second base with a stand-up double is Nolan Hershok as Kyler Warren scores from first base on that play. He hit that one right on the nose and right where they weren't. One hopper to the wall in right center field. RBI double for Hershok.
Catcher, number 15, Richard Gutierrez.
Score now is 10-5 Twins, and here's Richard Gutierrez has got a home run and a single on the board for tonight. 2 home runs for the Twins tonight. Gutierrez and Birdsall, both solo home runs. There's a curveball outside, ball 1. So we got some action going on with the Twins. That kind of tells me that maybe they're going to bring in a new pitcher in the 9th inning. Here's the stretch from the belt. Here comes the pitch. Hit him in the back. That didn't feel good. He's trying to shake it off. He's kind of laughing a little bit, shaking his arm off like, man, don't do that. So runners on first and second now with 2 out, and Tyler Ott's come up. Tyler's got a couple hits on tonight, I believe, doesn't he? Yes, he does. He's got a double and a single and walked. A little meeting between Diamondbacks catcher, Diamond Kings catcher and pitcher. He's into the stretch now. First pitch for Otts. Swung on and fouled off to the right side, now to play.
Oops. A&S Liquor.
There's a stretch in the belt. Curveball. Fouled off, and he's down 0-2 in the count. Fouled back. Looking in, 0-2 on the count to Tyler Otts. Here comes the pitch. And he struck him out. That's all for the Twins in the bottom of the 8th inning. They came up with 2 runs on a hit. There was an error, I believe, and 2 men left on base. We go to the
oil
Top of the
change from
ninth, the
Hatchet
Twins
Delano
have
Motor
doubled the score on the Diamond Kings. The Twins now up 10 to
Once again, it
5,
does
and
include
we'll
a
be
car
right
wash
back.
And vacuum. The Derby Twins appreciate Hatchet's sponsorship of the Derby Twins. Once again, this is those white tickets. The winning ticket number is 325384. Once again, the winning ticket number is 325384. Please take your winning ticket to the product table to collect your free oil change from Hatchet Devlin Automotive.
Got a new pitcher coming in for the Twins. Here, I believe this is
Kai Fatak.
Yeah, I think so.
this is Kai Fatak coming in.
Ladies and gentlemen, now pitching for your Derby Twins. Number 31, Kai Fatak.
Again, I'll talk about the All-Star game Sunday night. Hope to see some parents in. It's a part of the Parents Week. You can come in at any time you like. We'd love to have you for however long you want to stay. Well, we like to have you go home by fall, but I'd like to have you come in anytime. The All-Star game starts at 6 o'clock. Afterwards, we're having kind of a meet and greet at Little Buster's down here in Derby, a little sports bar in Derby. You can get something to eat there if you'd like. They got great burgers. And adult beverages, also Cokes, and it's kid friendly. You can bring kids in there. But I wanted to mention that you can pick up the broadcast by going to the Hayesville Aviators website. They will be broadcasting it play-by-play on the All-Star game. So that's the Hayesville Aviators website. Just hit on that and it'll take you to
For
it.
the Diamond Kings, the catcher, number 99, Carson Wharton.
Here's Carson Wharton. He came in last inning to catch for the Diamond Kings, wearing number 99. Steps in against Kai Fatak. First pitch, fastball right down Broadway for strike one. Fireworks going off in the distance already. They could just start selling them today. And there's strike two. And let me tell you, Derby, Kansas spends a lot of money on fireworks. And I'm talking about just private individuals. And we have a great 4th of July fireworks display at the park. That starts like around close to 10 o'clock at night when it gets dark. But I mean, there's a lot of people spend a lot of money on fireworks.
I live in Indiana, so everyone goes to Indiana and gets them. But yeah.
Closer to the 4th you get, the more you'll see. And it's fouled back. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Yeah, you get out here and you'll start seeing. If we're not playing on the 4th of July, but on the 3rd you'll see fireworks like that around all over the place. Fouled off, and boy, that baby was hit with some authority or dug out on the first base side to the fence. Didn't miss a couple fans by very much, but they're okay.
Oops. Hey, that's liquor.
1-2 pitch. Inside. Twins can hold on. This will be their 3rd in a row. I think that's right. And strike 3 on the fastball that was over the plate. First out. And coming up is Gunnar Hewitt, the right fielder.
The right fielder, number 2, Gunnar Hewitt.
Hewitt tonight's got a double to his credit, also has walked and has been out. Fastball down there, strike one. Here's the stretch from the belt. Here comes the pitch. Inside part of the plate, strike two. Hewitt didn't like that. He thought that ball was inside. He walked away in a little bit of a rage, and now he's back in ready to go. 0-2. Maybe that was a payback pitch. That didn't miss by much either. I'm thinking that second strike was maybe a tad inside, but 1-2. There's strike called third, strike three. So 2 outs in the top of the ninth. We'll be back here for you Saturday night against these same Diamond Kings.
The third baseman, number 4.
Game time 7 o'clock. First pitch strike for Brady Boomsma, the second baseman. Strike two on the outer part of the home plate. We're 1 strike away from being a winner here. Here it comes. High fastball. One-two pitch. Ground line drive, left field, base hit, drops in. On one hop, Tyler Otts picks it up and gets it back to the infield.
Second baseman.
Be the 5th hit of the ball game for, I believe, 5th hit or 6th hit. 5th hit of the ball game for the Diamond Kings. And that brings up Carson Smith. Here's the pitch. There's a fly ball left field deep. This may be out of here. It may not. Drifting back to the wall, and it's off the wall. Otts makes the play on it, gets it back to the infield, and it's a 2-run, or not a 2-run double. It's a double with runners at second and third. I thought maybe Tyler was going to get that one, but he's just got to the wall, and I think he was just maybe a little shy. I don't know. I couldn't really tell from here, but it went over his head off the wall. So, anyway, that's a double for Smith. And the runners on second, third.
Carlos Arriaga.
There's Carlos Arriaga, number 44. I'm not sure where he's in the lineup at. 40. He might be pitching. I don't know. No, he's playing somewhere. I don't know how he got in, but he got in under my radar. Swing and a miss, strike one. 6th hit for the Diamond Kings. They're 5 runs, 6 hits, 3 errors. The Twins 10 runs, 12 hits, no errors. Here comes the pitch. Strike two, fastball. And Arriaga didn't like that one very well. 1-2, 2 out. There it comes. Fouled back. They let him have fireworks where you're from? Yeah. Fouled back. Count remains 1-2. Vitek, pitch, high, ball two. 2 balls, 2 strikes. This game's all his, so we got runners on second and third with 2 out. Here's the stretch, and here's the pitch. Ground ball. Third baseman up with it. Caden Richards to first, and that's the ball game. Twins win 10-5. 10 runs again, 12 hits, no errors for the Twins. 5, 6, and 3 for the Diamond Kings. And after scoring a run in the first and being down by 4 and by the third, the Twins come roaring back and win the ball game 10-5. Shut out the Diamond Kings the rest of the way. It's a pleasure talking to you tonight. Hope you enjoyed the game. And we'll be back again here on, Saturday night. And hope that you can join us again. Hope that you're here in person. You should give us a shout out if you're coming in town. We always want to meet you and visit with you. Got some fun things coming up. So hope to see as many parents as can possibly make it. And I know not everybody can make it. I mean, not everybody always makes it, but we'd like to have whoever can if they can make it. They'll have a lot of fun while they're here and get a chance to spend quality time with your son, and that's always a good deal. Anyway, Twins win 10-5, and we'll see you again on Saturday night. Good night.